Toby Vogel, who live from Brussels. He is a political analyst and a senior associate at the think tank Democratization Policy Council. Thank you so much for joining us on the program, sir. Now, the EU seems adamant to decrease its dependency on Russia and eventually cut ties as much as they can. If you can, just put that into perspective for us. How dependent are they currently on Russia, and to what extent can they sever ties in the short term?
Thank you for having me. The main dependency of the European Union clearly is on Russian gas, most of which currently flows through Ukraine. The dependency can be reduced gradually. To cut it off entirely will probably be very difficult, although at the moment, in the short term, it's obviously of great help that this is happening as the temperatures are rising in Europe. Longer term, diversifying sources of gas in particular is in the interest of the European Union and has been a declared goal for the European Union for many, many years. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, probably much less than could have been done has been done. This latest crisis will give will give new momentum to these plans, which will now be accelerated. So far, there's been a reluctance to to cut off energy trade with Russia because of that dependency, but we'll see a decrease in this.
Do you think that causes division among member states? Are they all on the same page when it comes to imposing these sanctions?
So far, the European Union has acted with great speed and great resolve and great unity in these four rounds of sanctions that we've seen since the 24th of February. This unity will start to crumble as the sanctions get tougher and more comprehensive and start to bite in the EU itself, not just in Russia. It will be a while before we can feel this, but in general, of course, Europe has already had to deal with very high energy prices, which has caused all sorts of issues, economic issues, but also political issues. These divisions will no doubt break into the open in the time to come.
We are hearing that the Polish, Czech, and Slovenian prime ministers are on their way to Kiev at this very moment to meet with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Why do you think they're making the trip to Ukraine, which is under heavy fire at the moment, instead of continuing what they've been doing from the beginning, condemning and sanctioning?
I think this is a show of resolve and unity at the moment when the war is clearly escalating. I think we're seeing this is a pivotal moment where it will become clear whether the Ukrainians will manage to hold off the Russians, fight them to a standstill, and hold all the major cities that they're holding, or whether the Russians manage to break through somewhere, be it in Kharkiv or in Kiev, indeed. So this is a very important moment, and I think we've also seen another element that no doubt plays into this was the attack over the weekend on the airbase, on the military base rather, in western Ukraine, very close to the Polish border. I think this is a sign of unity and of resolve and also of solidarity with Ukraine. So this is more than just words. This is actually leaders taking a very considerable risk going into a city that is gradually being encircled.
It is a great risk indeed. Toby Vogel, thank you so much for joining us here on Tier 2 World and sharing that insight with us.